everyone! Welcome to my channel Creepy Narratives. Today, I'm thrilled to share more spine-chilling stories that have actually happened to me and others who have experienced these so-called creepy scenarios. These incidents were so eerie, creepy and strange that they had us questioning the very reality that we knew. So, sit back, relax and prepare to be captivated by the enigma of these creepy narratives. Welcome to my nightmare. I think that you're going to like it. Enjoy. Let's start with story number 1. Story number 1. Enigmatic lights in the wilderness. Back in the spring of 2018, I embarked on an outdoor adventure that would lead me to confront the unexplainable. I've always been drawn to the beauty of nature, and my journey took me to the Francis Marion and Sumter National Forests in South Carolina. What started as a simple camping trip evolved into a mystifying encounter with lights that defied all logical explanation. It was evening, and the world was slowly descending into darkness as I settled into a remote area in the heart of the national forests. My young son and loyal dog were my companions, and we reveled in the tranquility that only nature can provide. As the sun dipped below the horizon, I prepared for a night of rest and relaxation in my new camper, nestled within my trusty truck. Around 11 p.m., as the night enveloped the forest, I was jolted awake by my dog's growling. Instinctively, I looked out the back of my truck, my gaze drawn to the darkness beyond. What I saw was both breathtaking and perplexing. A myriad of small, white balls of light danced and darted through the air. They flickered like stars, defying the logic of their surroundings. The forest was dark, yet these lights emitted their own luminance, an ethereal display that seemed almost surreal. These lights, resembling tiny orbs of energy, seemed to move with intention and purpose. They flitted around before hovering in place for a few moments, their glow casting an otherworldly ambience. There were so many of them, too numerous to count, and they gradually converged upon our campsite. They illuminated the area with a soft, white glow, revealing the serenity of the natural world in an entirely new light. As the lights surrounded us, a sense of awe mingled with trepidation. My mind raced, attempting to find a rational explanation for this spectral display. Were these lights the result of some natural phenomenon? Were they the playful antics of fireflies? I knew that fireflies couldn't produce such intense illumination in the complete absence of ambient light. The mystery deepened, and a sense of unease settled over me. Gathering my courage, I left the safety of my truck and illuminated the area with a lantern. In a heartbeat, the lights vanished, as if the mere presence of the lantern had dispelled their ethereal dance. I was left in stunned silence, grappling with the inexplicable nature of what I had witnessed. I had no frame of reference for this phenomenon, no scientific explanation that could account for the light's behavior. The encounter left me with more questions than answers. Had I stumbled upon some form of natural wonder, or had I brushed against the fringes of the paranormal? The experience lingered in my thoughts as I continued my journey through the forest, a reminder that the world is full of mysteries that defy our understanding. The lights, their dance, and their subsequent disappearance remained an enigma, forever etched into the annals of my memory. Let's go to story number 2. Story number 2. The Persistent Pursuer. Recently, I found myself traversing the stunning expanse of the Pacific Crest Trail with my boyfriend. Our journey had us exploring the picturesque landscapes of California, embracing the challenges and wonders of the trail. Little did we know that amidst the grandeur of nature, an unsettling experience would unfold, leaving us with lingering unease and a heightened sense of vulnerability. We embarked on our hike, relishing the opportunity to connect with nature and revel in the sense of freedom that the trail provided. Along the way, we encountered fellow hikers and kind-hearted souls residing in the towns that bordered the trail. These interactions were a testament to the camaraderie that often flourishes among those who share a love for the outdoors. One day, we veered off the beaten path to explore a less traveled trail, seeking a unique perspective of the wilderness. However, our journey took an unexpected turn, and we found ourselves disoriented and a bit lost. As the hours wore on and the path grew increasingly challenging, we realized that we were in uncharted territory. Undeterred, we pressed on, determined to find our way back to the familiar trail. As twilight painted the horizon with hues of orange and purple, our struggle intensified. We felt like explorers in a world untouched by civilization, our steps guided solely by our instincts. The forest around us seemed to embrace us, its beauty juxtaposed with the uncertainty that pervaded our minds. And then, like a beacon in the night, we saw the lights. Small, distant lights that dotted the landscape, capturing our attention and stirring a mix of curiosity and concern. The lights seemed to hover, their glow gentle and inviting. Yet, a sense of disquiet began to creep over us, overshadowing the allure of their brilliance. Our initial fascination with the lights gave way to a growing realization: they were moving closer, converging upon our location. The sense of vulnerability intensified as we watched these lights, their purpose unclear, drawing nearer with each passing moment. The isolation of the wilderness suddenly felt more pronounced, and a knot of apprehension formed in our chests. Seeking refuge, we hurriedly made our way to the nearest source of human habitation, a small gas station. As we arrived, our relief was palpable, yet the memory of those mysterious lights lingered, casting a shadow over our thoughts. We couldn't shake the feeling that we had brushed against something beyond our comprehension, something that left an indelible mark on our journey. The encounter prompted discussions and speculation as we continued our hike, a reminder that even amidst the beauty of the natural world, the unknown can materialize in unexpected ways. The lights remained a lingering enigma, an experience that left us both in awe and disquiet, forever intertwined with our memories of the Pacific Crest Trail.
Are you ready for story number 3?
Story number 3. Hitchhiking with a stranger. Years ago, during a chapter of my life filled with youthful enthusiasm and curiosity, I found myself in a situation that would forever remind me of the unpredictability of the human experience. It was an ordinary evening, and I had just finished my shift at the mall where I worked part-time. The clock read 10:30 p.m. as I headed home, opting for the quiet streets rather than the freeway. Little did I know that this decision would lead to an encounter that would send shivers down my spine. As I navigated the familiar route through the city, I noticed a car behind me, following my every move for about 10 minutes. At first, I brushed it off as mere coincidence, two travelers heading in the same direction. However, as the minutes stretched into an eerie familiarity, a sense of unease began to settle in my gut. The moment arrived when the driver behind me began flashing their high beams, their vehicle dancing uncomfortably close to mine. The shifting lights, coupled with the erratic speed changes, sent a surge of panic through me. I feared that a collision was imminent. In a daring move, the driver pulled up beside me, and my heart raced as I glanced over. A middle-aged man sat at the wheel, and his actions quickly escalated the situation. He pointed emphatically at the back of my car, motioning for me to roll down my window. I complied, though cautiously, and he delivered an unsettling message. He spoke of a tire that appeared to be deflating, emphasizing the potential damage to the rim if I didn't stop soon. Despite his urgency, I reassured him that I was close to home and would manage. However, his persistence was unsettling, as if he had some ulterior motive behind his insistence. The tension in the air grew as he continued to shadow me, both of us locked in a bizarre dance on the deserted roads. Eventually, as we reached a more populated area, he made a U-turn and disappeared into the night. Breathing a sigh of relief, I realized how close I had come to something far more sinister than a mere flat tire. Upon arriving home, I inspected my tires, only to find them in perfect condition. It was as if the encounter had been a twisted charade, a dance of deception. I couldn't shake the feeling that I had narrowly escaped a potential threat, my mind replaying the events and imagining the various outcomes had I made different choices that night. The memory serves as a reminder to trust one's instincts and stay vigilant, even when the darkness conceals the intentions of those around us.
Let's continue with story number 4.
Story number 4. The Dreadful Night in the Woods. In the quiet solitude of the Georgia mountains, a cabin nestled among the trees became the stage for an inexplicable and chilling encounter. It was a week of escape and tranquility, a respite from the world's chaos. The cabin, perched high in the mountains of Ranger, seemed like the perfect retreat, until one fateful night. As the sun set on the 5th night of my stay, the forest took on an eerie darkness, the moon's glow concealed behind thick clouds. Up until that moment, my evenings had been a serene symphony of fireflies and crickets, a peaceful harmony that soothed my soul. But that night, a sense of unease began to creep over me, an unsettling feeling that defied explanation. It started with the silence. The forest, once alive with nature's chorus, fell into an unnerving quiet. A weight of dread settled in my chest, casting shadows on the otherwise peaceful atmosphere. Sitting on the front deck, I gazed into the darkness, my heart racing as my mind struggled to rationalize the mounting fear. Beside me, my boyfriend confirmed my growing discomfort. His quiet demeanor spoke volumes, his unease mirroring my own. It was as if the very air had shifted, charged with an energy that whispered of malevolence. The serenity that had graced our evenings thus far had been replaced by an unsettling sense of danger. Refusing to surrender to fear, we sought refuge on the cabin's roof, an attempt to distance ourselves from the ominous presence that seemed to loom just beyond the shadows. High above the ground, the sense of dread persisted, unyielding in its grip. The forest, once a source of comfort, was now an enigma, hiding secrets that remained just out of reach. The memory of that night still lingers, a testament to the inexplicable forces that can awaken within the tranquil embrace of nature. Whether it was a malevolent spirit, an otherworldly presence, or something entirely beyond our comprehension, the encounter serves as a reminder that even in the serenity of the mountains, darkness can emerge from the shadows, forever haunting our memories.
Are you ready for story number 5?
Story number 5. A neighbor's unsettling secret. In the summer of 2015, I embarked on a new chapter of my life, moving into a new house that I hoped would be a sanctuary from life's trials. Little did I know that my neighbor's sinister secret would shatter my illusion of safety and plunge me into a world of uncertainty. As the days unfolded, my neighbor's true nature gradually became apparent. A seemingly harmless introduction led to the revelation that he was involved in the drug trade, a revelation that initially held a veneer of convenience. Naively, I saw potential benefits in having such a neighbor, a source for my occasional indulgence. However, life's unpredictability had other plans in store for me. In 2015, the year that held the promise of renewal, tragedy struck. The loss of my father to cancer, the heartache of my sister's miscarriage, and even the inexplicable explosion of my birthday barbecue cast a shadow over my life. Amidst the turmoil, my neighbor's secret became a chilling reflection of the darkness that seemed to surround me. It was August, and the summer was drawing to a close. The weight of the past months bore down on me as I sought solace in the familiarity of routine. Late one night, after watching a horror movie and settling in beside my girlfriend, I felt the tendrils of unease creeping into my consciousness. The house, with its 3 floors and a layout that offered both comfort and vulnerability, became a canvas for the inexplicable. As the clock struck 12:30 a.m., I ventured upstairs to join my girlfriend in bed. Little did I know that the night would become a vivid testament to the fragility of our sense of security. The atmosphere shifted. The air grew heavy with tension, and the once familiar creaks and whispers of the house took on an eerie significance. A dreadful sensation settled upon me, a sensation so intense that it overpowered my rational attempts to dismiss it. It was a feeling akin to being watched, as if a malevolent presence had taken residence within the walls. Even as I sat beside my girlfriend, attempting to reassure myself that my unease was a product of my imagination, her words confirmed that I was not alone in my fear. In her own words, she echoed the feeling of vulnerability and dread that had enveloped me. With a sense of urgency, we retreated to the safety of the living room, our sanctuary against the unknown. The night ended without resolution, leaving us to grapple with the lingering question of what had transpired. Was it the presence of an unseen entity, a sinister force seeking to disturb our peace? Or was it simply a manifestation of the collective unease that had plagued my life that year? Whatever the answer, the memory of that night serves as a poignant reminder that the boundaries between the known and the unknown are far more porous than we may imagine.